everyone and welcome to Shifting Gears, and with me today I have the Yamaha Aerox 155 maxi-sports scooter. हम काफ़ी सालों से इंतज़ार कर रहे थे that we should get a nice performance oriented scooter, and this is what we get. This is what Yamaha has introduced in our market, and as of date आप इस स्कूटर को 3 कलर ऑप्शंस में खरीद सकते हो. Yamaha calls this a maxi-sports scooter. हमने अभी तक इंडियन मार्केट में काफ़ी सारे मैक्सी स्कूटर डिज़ाइन फॉर्मेट्स देख लिए हैं, बट दिस इज़ अ स्टेप थ्रू डिज़ाइन फॉर्मेट. सो द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट आई वांट टू डू इज़ एक्सप्लेन हाउ यू get on this scooter, because you have this center section, this center spine, this step through design language, because of which you cannot conventionally swing your leg from ahead of the seat on this Aerox 155. So check this out. मेरी height है 5 feet 8 inches, and to hop on I have to swing a leg conventionally like you sit on a motorcycle. And when I am on the saddle, you can notice I have both my feet flat on the ground. Now once you are on the saddle, it does feel like a typical scooter, but then when you get your feet up, you will notice that you get very limited room for your feet positioning, because you can't move it inwards, because this panel is going to restrict your feet movement. There is decent amount of room to move your feet forward and backwards, and you can notice I am wearing a shoe size 9. These are proper riding boots, and there is ample room for my feet to move around over here. But of course this is a little limited in terms of your foot room, so that is something that you have to keep in mind. Also, for my height, I have no problems in this rider's triangle as such, but if you are a taller rider, say for example अगर आपकी height 6 feet है, तो ये जो extension है, your knees might be very close to this particular part, this particular panel, or your knees might actually hit this panel. So you have to keep in mind, and I would recommend that आप इस scooter को सबसे पहले test ride कीजिए, and then you can bring it home. Now, since we are talking about bringing this scooter home, you have to keep in mind that Yamaha is introducing this scooter in a phased manner across the country. So do check with your nearest Yamaha dealership if this Aerox is available for you. Now, when you want to get off the scooter, you will again have to swing a leg, and the good thing is that the rear end is not too high. It is very easy to hop on and off, but compared to typical scooters, this pillion seat is on the higher side. Just to give you a size reference, कल मैंने ये scooter park की थी next to a Honda CBR 250, and the tail section was just as high, and this scooter definitely has fantastic road presence. जब आप इसे park करते हो और जब आप इसे चला लोगे सड़कों पे, everybody is going to look at you, because first, there is nothing quite like it, and second, it is a big scooter. It looks substantial, it looks stylish, and it has its own unique identity. Another thing which I quickly want to highlight is that when you sit on this Aerox 155 और जब आप lock to lock turns लेना चाहोगे, the handlebar is going to touch your feet, so keep that in mind and ride carefully. Understand the limitations of whatever format you are riding. It might be a conventional scooter or a motorcycle, but learn the scooter and then make the most of it. So be careful when you are riding this Aerox 155. It is not too heavy, by the way. It is a very easy scooter to manage. So let me put it up on the main stand and demonstrate that to you. So check this out. Very easy, nice and light. Of course, it is a little heavier compared to conventional scooters, because you get all these body panels, and it is a big looking scooter, but manageable nevertheless. Now let me tell you a little bit more about the numbers of this Aerox 155. The overall length of this scooter is 1980 millimeters, width is 700 millimeters, height is 1150 millimeters, seat height is 790 millimeters, wheelbase is 1350 millimeters, ground clearance is 145 millimeters, and the weight with a full tank of fuel is 126 kilograms, and you get a 5.5 liter fuel tank capacity with this Aerox 155. Now in this video we are going to talk about the design, the features and the comfort of this Aerox 155. इस स्कूटर का हमने एक अलग से राइड वीडियो अपलोड किया है, so do check it out. It is an extensive ride review video where we try our best to help you understand the performance of this Aerox 155, because after all this is the only scooter for the mass market which comes with liquid cooling technology. So you can ride it for a really long time. Just give it full beans and the engine is not going to be stressed. So do check out that video, subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel and press that bell icon. Now before we deep dive into the features, first listen to the exhaust sound of this Aerox 155, because इस स्कूटर के साथ जो आपको engine मिल रही है, it is shared with the Yamaha YZF R15 version 4. But this gets a CVT typical of a scooter gearbox setup, while the R15 gets a 6-speed gearbox. And also because of the smart motor generator system, when I start this Aerox 155, it is a very silent start. So listen to this. It comes to life without too much of a mechanical sound and you straight away get to hear this exhaust sound. Listen to this. Fancy looking exhaust, but the scooter sounds typical of other scooters here in the Indian market. Not too loud, nothing extraordinary, but good enough nevertheless. Listen to how quietly the scooter starts one more time. Very pleasing, and you will definitely appreciate the overall refinement levels on this Yamaha Aerox 155. Now let's talk about the features. सामने से जब आप इस स्कूटर को देख लोगे, you will notice that you are going to get a twin pot headlamp setup. You get LED DRLs and you get LED headlamps with this Aerox 155. ये जो headlamp setup है, it does a decent job of illuminating the road at night, but the high beam throw is not really all that great. It is not going to make a huge difference. So that is a finer detail that I want to share with you. Overall, the headlamp looks fantastic and the design details are really nice, and you can notice that on the front apron, यहाँ पे आपको Aerox की branding नजर आएगी. You also have the Yamaha branding on the side over here. You have a small Yamaha rubberized logo. Handlebar के लिए आपको यहाँ पे एक plastic cover मिल जाता है. There is no LED DRL section over here. You get this fly screen. You can also get an optional fly screen. यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए, you get the blue core branding, which is the engine technology of Yamaha. The brake levers are forged. यहाँ पे आपको कोई lever adjustment नहीं मिल रहा है. Lower down you will notice that around the headlamp you have this aero duct kind of an effect. You have a textured plastic panel and everything looks quite nice. It looks very different and this is a very unique flavor for the scooter segment. आप देख सकते हो काफ़ी सारे cuts और crease lines आपको यहाँ पे नज़र आएंगे at the front end of this Aerox 155, and because of this it looks very stylish. There is no other scooter which looks just as good, but then that is my personal opinion. आप हमें comments में ज़रूर बताइएगा if you think this scooter is good looking. Lower down you will notice that you get a single disc brake setup. फ्रंट डिस्क ब्रेक के साथ आपको एक सिंगल चैनल ABS सिस्टम भी मिल रहा है. You get 14-inch alloy wheels finished in this shade of orange on this particular paint option. ABS का decal आपको फ्रंट मडगार्ड पे नजर आएगा, and this mudguard by the way a fiber piece. इस स्कूटर के साथ आपको टेलीस्कोपिक फ्रंट सस्पेंशन दिया जा रहा है and you get a 110/80/14 front tire with this Aerox 155. Now we did mention that this scooter gets liquid cooling, but the radiator is not positioned over here where you see it on conventional motorcycles. The radiator is over here. So check it out. यहाँ पे उसे position किया गया है and everything is well thought of. Everything is well put together. So this Aerox 155 doesn't look like a scooter which has a lot of afterthought given to it. The design is good. Everything fits in place very nicely and overall the styling looks on point. साइड प्रोफाइल आप देख लीजिए, the front end very angular, very pointy, and you will really like it. There is no other scooter which looks like this. Then you will notice this particular panel over here which has a contrast paint element. यहाँ पे आपको Aerox की branding फिर से नजर आएगी. You will notice you have the VVA branding because this Aerox 155 comes with variable valve actuation. This again is the first in the scooter segment. Front side panel पे आप देख लीजिए, you have the 155 branding which is the engine capacity of this scooter, and you also have the liquid cooled decal over here. यहाँ पे ये जो आपको winglet kind of a design दिख रहा है, these are not active winglets. There is a plastic panel over here. This is not an open piece. It does look stylish, but these vents are not really going to direct the airflow, allowing it from here and then directing it around the scooter. Then on the rear end design, on the rear end section, you will notice you again have this 155 decal. Rear end section जो है वो ज़्यादा bulky नहीं है. It gets a nice sporty touch. And then at the back you will notice you get a LED tail lamp. The LED tail lamp again is very stylish, and this is how it illuminates. इस स्कूटर के साथ आपको conventional turn indicators मिल रहे हैं. You can buy optional LED winkers if you feel like, and just check it out. You have a full piece large mud guard to prevent mud splash on the pillion when you use the scooter, say for example in the monsoon season. After that you will notice that the exhaust is completely finished in a black shade. Fiber piece, you get a textured plastic panel over here. Swing arm जो है वो देख लीजिए आप, it is finished in black. You can notice the same contrast shade on the alloy wheels. इस स्कूटर के साथ आपको एक ड्रम ब्रेक सेटअप मिल रहा है पीछे. I would have liked if it got dual disc brakes, a disc brake at the back as well. This particular piece houses your air filter, and everything is standard. All of this is typical of the scooter segment, but you will notice that इस Aerox 155 स्कूटर के साथ आपको एक किक स्टार्टर नहीं मिल रहा है. Then you will notice that this Aerox 155 gets dual shock absorbers at the back. You can buy optional sportier rear suspension. That is going to cost you a lot, by the way, but if you want it, you can get it from Yamaha. ये जो pillion foot pegs हैं, I would have liked if they were a little more flush with the side panel, but they are good looking nevertheless, and it is functional. When you look at the seat, आप notice करोगे यहाँ पे आपको contrast stitching नजर आएगी. This is a single piece seat, but you get a stepped pattern. Aerox की branding आपको seat पे भी नजर आएगी, and this is a comfortable seat. And even for the pillion, this is a generous enough space. One thing that you should notice is that आपको pillion grab rail ऊपर नजर नहीं आएगी, but you do get a carved out section over here, so you can grab onto the panel over here this way to feel secure if you are riding as a pillion on this Aerox 155. Now let's look at the speedometer cluster. इस Aerox 155 के साथ आपको एक full digital unit मिल रहा है, and this is how it fires up. It is a negative backlit display. आपको यहाँ पे एक digital speed readout मिल जाता है. You get a digital clock. You have your odometer readout. Then you have a digital fuel gauge, and you have digital tachometer on either sides. I don't think you needed two tachometers on either ends of this small digital display, but you are getting it nevertheless. And over here in this particular section, you get a couple of telltale lights. आप देख लीजिए इस digital speedometer cluster में आपको odometer के साथ साथ दो trip meters मिल रहे हैं. You get your instantaneous fuel efficiency. You get your average fuel economy displayed over here. You have your battery status, and you can also set the intensity of the backlit for this full digital display. इस स्कूटर के साथ by the way आपको Bluetooth connectivity भी मिल रही है, but I will show that Bluetooth module to you in just a few minutes. Before we get to that, look at the handlebar. यहाँ पे ये जो बटन आपको दिया गया है, this is not your engine start stop switch. This is not an engine kill switch. This is for the automatic start stop system. तो आप उसे override करके बंद कर सकते हो if you think it is too intrusive. And then on the left hand side you have the standard switch gear, but to toggle between the information that you see on the digital display, आपको यहाँ पे menu button दिया गया है. Now to open the seat and to open the fuel filler cap, you have to press a button. So check this out. If you press this button for fuel, this is your external fuel filler cap. काफ़ी आसान है इसे ओपन करना and you don't have to get off the scooter. When you open the seat, you are getting 24.5 liters of storage capacity. There is no illumination over here. I wish that was on offer. And check this out. This is the Bluetooth connectivity module over here. अगर आपको Bluetooth pair करना है, you will have to unscrew this particular panel and the QR code is hidden inside. It is stuck to this panel on the inside. So once you do all of that, then you can connect your scooter to your smartphone. And after you do that, there is a lot of information that you can check on your smartphone, and you will also get call notification, SMS and email notifications, and you can also see your phone's battery status over here on this small digital display. This could have been a lot better, this could have been a lot larger, and it could have shown much more information. There is no turn-by-turn navigation, but then it is what it is. There is nothing you can do about it. लेकिन अगर आपको आपका फ़ोन चार्ज करना है, स्कूटर के साथ आपको ये ग्लव बॉक्स सेक्शन दिया गया है and you have a charging point over here. There is no USB socket, but you have a 12-volt charging socket underneath. Now, will your smartphone fit over here? I really doubt, but then you can at least have your phone charged on the go, and that is a welcome feature of this Aerox 155. Very quickly, let me sit on the pillion seat and demonstrate how much space is available over there. Now, this Aerox 155, although a scooter, the pillion seat is quite high. When you are on the seat over there, you will be looking over the rider, so you are going to be seated high. It is very sporty and it is not typical of other scooters in the segment. And there is decent amount of room over here, and these plastic panels, इसके वजह से मेरे bottom को कोई तकलीफ नहीं हो रही है. And when I am seated over here, I can grab on to this particular section which has been carved out so that I can stay secure when riding as a pillion on this Aerox 155. So guys, let me know what is your opinion about this maxi-sports scooter. क्या आपको ये scooter दिखने में पसंद आई? Do you think this Yamaha Aerox 155 is the sportiest scooter that money can buy here in the Indian market? ये scooter जो है, this is also not going to become very common because Yamaha is retailing it at a slow pace. Yamaha is launching this scooter in a phased manner across the country. So this will stay a rare sight out on the streets. I really like it, and if I needed a scooter, I would definitely buy it. Do check out the ride review video जो हमने अलग से upload किया है. Get to know everything about this Aerox 155. अगर आपके और कोई सवाल हैं, ask me in the comments below. I will try my best to help you understand this product better. Goodbye. Always ride safe, and always guys, wear your helmets.